What's up, y'all? It's your boy. Today I'm gonna be talking about rules of a man, what every person needs, especially my young boys, my teens out here, to be a man. So I'm gonna jump straight into this. If you've never been here, my name is AstroTheWolf. I give you guys motivational content, humorous videos, and just life experience that just helps you navigate the problems that I've already went through, so you don't have to. Let's get it. So number one, what every man needs. If you see me looking over here, my laptop is right here. So number one, a backbone and some balls, some big old kahunas to be able to stand his ground when people are trying to bullshit him, and a community that respects him. So these are kind of intertwined. So one, having a community that respects you, it helps you with your self confidence. When you go up to a place and everyone's like, "Hey, how you doing?" Everyone's giving you good energy, good vibe. It makes you feel good. Not when people are laughing and roasting you and like you don't want to be in that environment. It's a re self like what's that quote? Like it's self hardening, right? Like it's like one thing controls the other and the other thing. It's like a mesh network. If you're in the IT situation, like one node can connect the other one, could connect the other one, right? It's yeah. So one, you have to be able to respect it. How do you get respect? You stand your ground. Have a list of things you won't fault over when people try to fuck you over and fuck around. Like be like, yo, I don't like that. Be able to stand your ground. And I have a video. I posted this yesterday. Just go to my recent videos of like how to stand your ground, how to set boundaries, right? Have boundaries and be able to put your foot down. Like especially with women, they're gonna say, no, I want this, but like secretly they like it when you put your foot down and you don't fall for bullshit. They want to weed out the weak men. They will consistently test for this, right? And for other dudes, they when you go to a friend group, you know who you can mess around with and kind of like you don't give a fuck what they think, and you know who you know if you say anything that will rub them the wrong way, they're pressing you, and you don't want that energy, right? Be that dude that people know, like you're a vibe, like you could be a vibe, but like if someone's pressing you on some fuck shit, like be able to stand your ground and be 10 toes, right? And just thank the man upstairs because he's watching out for you. Number two, a mission and a purpose. This was gonna be number one, but I felt like just being able to have a backbone helps with everything else. So number two, a mission and a purpose, or a guide to not feel empty and want cheap dopamine. So if you don't have a mission and purpose, something that helps you wake up every day, you're not really gonna be motivated to go for the dreams. You're not gonna have like you're only limited by how big you dream. The bigger you dream, the higher that threshold is, right? So if you don't have a goal or a dream to go after, it's easy for you to just Uber Eats every day, get fat, play games, go lust for women, and just go clubbing every day and buy bottles. It's easy for you to fall in that cycle. And everybody, almost 99% of people who are in that cycle, they'll tell you one, it's a downward spiral, or two, they're lying to themselves. That's the only two ways to go about it, right? So having a mission and purpose. Let's say you're dating someone and you have a mission and purpose. When they start pulling back, you're able to be like, talk to them calmly, like, "Hey, I noticed this. What's going on?" Or you could just not give a damn because you have bigger, important things. You want to leave your dent in the universe. You want to leave your mark your territory, like the lions do, right? And to do that, you have to have a mission purpose. So I'm gonna give you guys a little like tip. Um, my mentor, he told me this tip, and he said, write down 25 things of everything you want in life. So take some time. It could take you a minute, as fast as a minute. It could take you 10 minutes, it could take you an hour. So 25 things are the most important things you want in your life. And slowly go through that list and get every single thing on that list. If you don't have a mission already, this will help you kind of guide what you need, right? It could help you mold what job you would want. It could help you just a bunch of things, right? So that 25 list has helped me a lot, and it's helps me to this day because every time I'm kind of relaxing, chilling, not doing shit with my life, I'll remember the list and then I'll kind of get back to it. So yeah, having a mission and purpose. So yeah, it just helps you avoid the pitfall that 99, or not 99, but majority of men fall into once in a while. It's fine to fall, but you have to be able to get back up. Three, this is kind of counterproductive to what I just said, but a fun life and hobbies. And I say this because, for one, it's easier to connect with people. Your network is your net worth. If you have more experiences in life and you have more hobbies, when someone says, "Oh, I went to Cabo," I'll be like, "Oh, I went there too. Where did you go?" Easy conversation. Someone says, "Oh, I've been real estate." I'm like, "Oh, I wasn't an agent, but like I did try to get my license. It was not for me." Like it's easier to connect with people, right? You ever had those dates that's awkward? You probably had those when you're like middle school, or it was because you didn't have anything to talk about, right? For me, I've had so much experiences in life, and even though I'm still fairly young, like I could connect with a lot of people. Like majority of people, they get like my energy because whatever they have done, I've most likely heard about it, read about it, or done myself, so I could connect with it, right? Like you don't have to have such a broad spectrum of hobbies such as I do, but you could just do something. What do you want to do? You want to go rock climbing? Sign up for a class. You don't need your friends to do that. You are born alone, die alone. Do stuff by yourself sometimes. Show yourself that you deserve everything that you think you deserve. Right? Go on a sign up for a random intramural football team and a random intramural soccer team if you have to meet new people that way, right? Like expand your networks. A lot of y'all are just home all the time, not going outside, just being on social media. That's why our egos are so inflated because we're expecting validation from the rest of the world. Do hard stuff and don't tell anybody. That's how you increase your self-esteem and your confidence, right? So I'm kind of blundering, but hopefully my point is coming landing. Hopefully my point is getting across. So we have one, two, three, number four, style and a haircut, man. As a dude, you shouldn't be looking like you're disheveled, man. Like the way you show up, first impressions are everything. The person you meet tomorrow could be your boss, a year from now could be like someone who's close in your life, right? So you want to be looked at that person. You don't have to always be 100. You don't have to always wear a three-piece suit, but if you're fresh, right? You dress good, you smell good, you look good, you look clean. People are gonna talk about yourself in a higher regard, and this goes back to question one: the community that respects you. When you see someone respects themselves, you're more likely inclined to add respect to them. If I see a guy wearing a three-piece suit, majority of the time, unless they do me dirty or do something foul, and I just get pissed off from that. I'm not gonna go walk up and disrespect him. But if I see a guy with baggy clothes, holes, I'll be like, "Yo, brother, get a haircut. What are you doing?" Like, you see how easy it is to disrespect someone like that compared to someone who's fresh and kempt. What are you gonna do, brother? Your reports aren't as good. He'll be like, okay, I'll do better. And then what can you say, right? Unless a person has a serious character flaw, if you're on your P's and Q's with the way you dress and just how you come across, like your speech, how's your vernacular, right? Like how do you act when people walk in the room? Do you hold your head up, right? This goes on into style, but it's this is more like a posture thing. But like you get where I'm going with this, right? Like how do you hold yourself overall? It's the way you hold yourself, it's the way you view yourself, is the way the world will subconsciously view you. You One of my favorite quotes is two of my favorite quotes. What you're not changing, you're choosing. So if you don't have the results you want in life right now, you can't blame anybody, nobody you can blame but yourself. Right? And two, you train people how to treat you. So whatever way the person is treating you, you are training them because you're not saying something, you're not doing something, like whatever is happening in your life, you are the one that's can control it, right? So let's move on. A savings and a future plan. This kind of remember goes back to the 25 things you want. But like as a person, you should have enough savings. Like the average American doesn't even have $1,000 or $2,000 for emergency. You should have enough savings that you could cover your ass at least 6 months expenses. I know you've probably heard this before, but you have to be able to weather the storm. If you lose your job tomorrow, you have to be able to calmly look for more jobs, not frantically begging all your friends, right? Because when you come every single super terrible decision I have made in my life has happened when I was in a fearful state, when I was in a state of need. Almost every single one, not every single bad decision, but all the super terrible ones I remember to this day happened when I made it in a fearful state. A way to avoid this is having savings. When your life is going good, you're getting paid, put 15% away. I read this book by Marcus Aurelius. I don't know if it's here. I think it might be. It's called The Prince. Ah, would you look at that? Would you look? Oh, wrong one. It's called The Prince. I don't know where it is right now, but hopefully I find it. But basically, what it said is when you're having a super good life, you have to be like a beaver. Save up for the rainstorms. When it's a sunny day, save up for the days it's gonna rain. Rainy day jar. You have to be able to have a buffer so you're not in a frantic state. When you're in a frantic state, that's where people make mistakes. And now you see why there's so much people in poverty that rely on like cash money marts and stuff like that, right? And those guys have super high interest rate, but they know you need it, right? So now they're gonna provide you that, and now you're gonna pay way more than you did when you didn't need to. When if you prepared for the future, you wouldn't have been cooked. So the last thing I got on the list, video cut off a little bit, but the last thing I got on the list is perspective, wisdom, and reality. Every man needs to live in reality, have a perspective, and have a wisdom. And there's two ways you can achieve this. One way being through your life and through tips of other videos like this. When people you watch people who've been through it, who can give you the sauce and just show you what it is, right? That's the first way. And that's sadly not the way a lot of people do. A lot of people don't search for answers until it's too late. A lot of people don't look at how to avoid breakups until they're going through a breakup. Or number two, you can go through it through pain and suffering, which I really want you guys to avoid. That's why I'm putting out tips so you don't have to go through it. Because trust me, getting betrayed by 90% of people you thought were close to you in a friend group sucks. It's not something I wouldn't wish. So that's why you have to be able to catch signs early on, right? As a man, you need perspective, wisdom, and living in reality, because a lot of your desire and pain is what's a lot of your desires what causes you pain. Being able to notice, hey, like I'm longing for this person who doesn't want me, that's not going to end up well. It hasn't, from time to time again, it showed not to end up well. I could keep trying to chase, or I could go back to focusing on myself, and what is for me will find me. But I know it sucks. In the moment, it feels like this is all you know, and it feels like this is all you need. But quite frankly, heed my knowledge, young Padawan, because I have gone through the pain and suffering, so you don't have to. And I have come out the other side stronger. The people who have walked through hell and back can give you tips when you are in hell and you want to stop. And I tell people, if you are in hell, why would you stop? Keep going, buddy. Find an elevator, find something. And don't you ever, 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 if your gut tells you something and you see the signs, but someone has a reason. If you ask a cheater why they're cheating, they're never gonna tell you. If you ask a liar and an honest person are both gonna say they're honest. You have to use your wisdom and perspective to know the dichotomy and see. It doesn't matter what people say. You gotta watch your actions. And sure, people might have good hearts, but you still gotta watch your actions and determine what you want to do moving forward, right? So make sure to hit the subscribe button below if you guys got some value, and buy my clothes because I have a brand which is actually fly as fuck. But anyways, yeah, I hope you guys got some knowledge. Let me know in the comments what y'all thought, and please subscribe because I got so much people who keep coming back and they don't subscribe, bro. But they keep watching my videos. They're like, what the fuck? And let me know in the comments. I want to have a community. I want to actually help y'all. Like, I want your problems, which is catered specifically to you. I want you to hit me up in the comments and tell me what the problem, and I'll help you if I know the solution. So yeah, Big Brother Astro out. Can't find this book. Jeez. Where's my bomb? Where's my book? Let me turn off this mic so y'all don't think I'm crazy now. Ching.